Hello guys, happy to meet you on another video. I think there is this burning, lingering question in everybody's thought as to when I will get to my first lakh, first 10 lakhs, first 1 crore, and probably to a first million. I've already done a video on how to get to your first crore, but what I thought was necessary was reveal my playbook in my pursuit towards reaching 1 million US dollar. And when I say 1 million US dollar, that translates to approximately 8.2 crores in the current scheme of things. And why I chose $1 million is because that's a figure that will give me the life that I'm comfortable post the decision of choosing to retire, which means that I don't anymore need to work for money. So this $1 million, it's not just for me, but for a lot more people. $1 million, which is equal to 8.28 crores, looks like a decent sum of money because even if you assume a 5% post interest adjusted return, that translates to approximately 40 lakhs, which translates to 3.2 lakhs, which is in the current scheme of things is a lot of money for somebody to spend, not considering lifestyle of each one of the person. But if you average it out across people, this is a lot of money for your expenses, to manage your expenses in a given month. So yeah, the main objective of this video is to reveal my playbook and all the strategies within my playbook to get to $1 million by the time I'm 40. I'm 33 years now, and by the time I'm 40, which is at 2030, I will have $1 million in my bank. There is a playbook of how I'm going to build it. I am very conservative in terms of making a 5% return assumption. Some people would make a more aggressive 10%, 12%, but the 5% return is something that I can control. Even if I put it in a small fixed deposit, I would get that percentage. Where I will be very generous is the point where my investments will grow, in the sense that my contribution to the corpus is something that I can control. This is by probably switching to a job which pays me higher, or probably doing some passive incomes which can give put more cash flows in the table. So those are the things that I can control, which is the reason why I'm saying I can contribute more to the corpus over a period of time, rather than saying that I will get a far-fetched return percentage, because that's not in my control. That's not my area of expertise. So talking about the first aspect of my playbook, I come with the school of thought that salaries will not help you create wealth. If you continue to be risk averse and be attached to a salary, trust me, you're not in the game of building wealth. If you're in a decently paid job, then you're a decently paid slave. And if you jump to a job which pays you very high, very exorbitant, then you're a high paid slave. The slave status does not change. Sorry for the choice of word slave. It's because that you're not in control of your time. Somebody is in control of your time. What it actually takes to build wealth? Well, equity is one of the best ways to build wealth. And you need to be an entrepreneur to have equity in the game that you're playing. And I know entrepreneurship is a very risky and a lonely path. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but you can't deny the fact that you need to be an entrepreneur or a business owner in order to create wealth. And that's one of the easiest or the proven ways to build wealth. I understand while entrepreneurship is not for everyone, but there are a good number of people who can build a decent passive income which contributes to your corpus building efforts. And passive income, if you play your cards well, if you're reasonably sensible, you can build multiple streams of passive income without taking a lot of risk. So what's the definition of passive income? Active income is when you actively contributing to the income generation process. Passive income is when you don't actively contribute. For example, the easiest thing is take home rents, for example. You build the home, you spend some effort on it, and then you're done. You don't need to work on keeping the home intact. It stays intact and the rent keeps flowing in. So that means at one point in time your effort stops and the money keeps coming in. That is passive income. Another example being, I'm making this YouTube video. If I upload it on YouTube and I monetize this video is going to earn me money as and when people keep watching. So the effort is first time, but the rewards keeps coming back. Of course, the initial effort is undenying. You need to put in the initial efforts sensibly in order for the passive income to be generated constantly and consistently. So to sum up, passive income in a effort versus time graph, your effort is very high initially and the returns will be very, very low. At one point in time, your effort significantly reduces and practically goes to zero. And at that point or somewhere in the future point of time, your returns keeps disproportionately increasing and then it becomes constant at one point in time. So where people fail is not waiting out for that initial time when the effort does not bear fruit. For example, in very simple terms, if somebody is running a YouTube channel, your money does not come in easily. You'll have to keep investing in your videos. You'll have to be consistent with your videos. At one point in time, your return starts coming in. But until that, people will need to have patience. That's the only way to play the passive income game. And if you're not ready to wait out, sorry, you're not building wealth through passive income. So to sum up, what it takes to build passive income: one is you need to have a very strong sense of hustle. You need to pull in the extra hours, pull in the muscle for you to identify a passive income stream that is suitable for you, and then go after it. And the second thing is meticulous planning of any hustle that you're trying to do. Be it you're planning to run an Airbnb, you're planning to run a YouTube channel, or you're planning to do a skill or monetize a skill. All of these things require meticulous planning. So I would say that run multiple scenarios of cost and projections, cash flow projections, and ensure that you are on a positive side when it comes to cash flows, and only then pursue the idea. And just stress test it as much as possible. Send it to your friends who are very good in math, very good in Excel, and ensure that you ask them to poke as many holes as possible. So for you to jump into any passive income idea, please ensure that you have majority of the scenarios mapped out and the questions answered. That's the best way to increase the odds of your success. So what I'm going to do to become a millionaire, and I'm at 40, I'm going to try out a bunch of passive income ideas, which is very, very good for me. I am slightly on the higher side when it comes to risk taking, because I've been a failed entrepreneur twice, and I will continue to be an entrepreneur at heart always. So I have plans of running my own Airbnb in probably exotic locations where tourism is thriving. And I will also be running a food business because food is very close to my heart, and I have certain ideas around it. And most importantly, I'm trying my hand at content creation like this. While this has a larger motive to it, money making is also another motive to it. I don't know when will this will happen, but I will be consistent with it, because as long as I get a sense that I'm creating an impact on people's life, however few it can be, I will continue to be doing this. So this is how I am planning to build out my passive income streams. The other important thing that I will need to work on to become a millionaire at 40 is that I need to stabilize my lifestyle. Now, I understand in your 20s and 30s, it's very easy to buy into flashy and luxury things, because that is a reflection of your status. That is a reflection of the fact that you're building wealth, that you're growing. I understand in your 20s and 30s, it is okay to be bought into this luxury, but it will start having very negative adverse effects on your corpus building if this desire continues to be in your 40s and 50s, because that's the phase of your life where you will build significant part of your corpus. So one needs to grow out of it, and the sooner one grows out of these desires and for flashy and luxury things, the better it is for their corpus and their wealth building. So another important aspect that I will focus on is food. Well, I've always been a fit and healthy person, but recently my fitness has started becoming an obsession, and I started making very holistic changes to the way that I live and pursue my healthy self. So, and the most important aspect in that is food, right? I've started changing my food habits, my food practices, the way I eat, and what kind of nutrients that I take. And it started having significant impact on my health and wellness. And most importantly, I've put down 4 kgs in the last 35 days. And by doing that, by getting into a fitness routine, you subconsciously start making very good food choices. For a simple example, I stopped eating out. I've stopped consuming cola drinks. All of this brings down my food cost. And then I'm also making very conscious changes in the way I shop my grocery, which is that I've started going healthy. And like I said, expensive ingredients and expensive restaurant does not mean healthy food choices. So all of this has started having impact on my financial numbers as well. My monthly grocery expenditure or my food expenditure overall has reduced significantly. So if you are in the pursuit of building a corpus, ensure that you're also investing in your health. And why it is important to invest in health, besides the obvious reasons, is because it will start having impact on your financial well-being as well, because food being 20% of any average person's monthly expenditure, if you make those tiny atomic changes in food practices, trust me, you're definitely impacting your monthly savings and expenditure. And I can't emphasize this enough. I've spoken about it in almost all of my videos, that we need to have ways and means to manage our accidental expenditures, which means investing in the basics. Get your health insurance sorted, get the health insurance for your parents and spouse sorted, Ensure that your term insurance is well taken care of and with adequate cushion, though that your dependent do not have to suffer financially during a physical loss. So all of these basics will have to be taken care of so that life does not surprise you at any point in time, and you have a defense mechanism in place in order to meet this. Finally, have a goal-based investing approach. The fact that I need $1 million is not a goal. Out of the $1 million, what percentage goes towards my kids' education? What percentage goes towards my retirement? What goes to my vacations? What goes to my regular monthly expenditure? All of this needs to have been mapped out. Each and every part of your corpus will have to be mapped out to a goal, and your strategy for each one of the goal will differ, and the investment vehicle on which you save for each one of the goals will also be different. And if you think it is all too overwhelming for you, seek financial help. There are enough number of wealth managers who will help you on this aspect. Marry each one of the earning games to your goals. For example, for starters, early on in your life, all your goals and the corpus building efforts towards those goals will be married towards your active income, which means that your active income will contribute to your kids' education, will contribute to your retirement, and so on and so forth. But as you start keep building passive income, and when the passive income stabilizes, where you get a certain sense of direction in terms of passive income that it will consistently come, then you take one goal and keep passive income fed into that goal so that you don't have to contribute through your active income. And over a point of time, as you start building multiple passive incomes and that stabilizes, then more passive income can be contributed towards your goal building activities. But the fundamental point being, you cannot have a number as a goal. You need to have a target in life, an activity in life as a goal, and work towards and break down your actual number into those independent goal numbers and have an income stream attributed towards that, with your active income contributing to everything and gradually passive incomes taking over. This is the best way to have a structured approach about building your corpus. So guys, that's the end of it. We spoke about a lot of things on how you make changes to your food choices, your travel choices, the way you look at work, and how you want to build passive income streams, and finally having a goal based approach and taking care of the basics at the most essential aspect, right? All of this as a jointed approach is what my playbook consists of. And if I just be very meticulous about it, I know for a fact that I will get to $1 million by the time I'm 40. And I wish many of you cross that ladder with alongside with me. And in the process, if you have any questions, please always write to me, and I will continue to engage with you guys more via such videos. Thank you. Until I see you in the next video.